one of those mapoids that I've been talking about some months ago. So anyway, I'm going to switch the camera now, and you'll be seeing what I'm seeing and recording, and then later I'm making pieces out of that. Happy Gora, thank you, welcome all the way from Pakistan. So glad that you can. Okay, it's also showing this is going live on YouTube and everywhere, and it's going live on with wrong tags on Twitch, which I don't think I can. Native Soul, great to see you. Saludos to Chile. Thank you for the super heart. Appreciate it. Okay, so there are some very strange graffiti. Actually, that could be art as well. Lately, I've been having an obsession with moss, and I've been exploring some. Andrew, welcome all the way from Scotland. Beautiful. Actually, this morning I read a very interesting post by a couple from Scotland. They're looking for the eco village. Thank you for the celebration, super hard. And that has been on my mind for such a long time. I don't know, is there an eco village in Scotland? Do you think, do you know, Andrew? That would be great to explore, actually, because I think the world should be more about getting closer to nature without destroying it. So let me switch the camera. Where do I switch the camera? I haven't been streaming that long. Okay, the double tap doesn't work. Okay, there it is. Flip camera. Mark, welcome. Thanks so much for joining. And yeah, just joining in a moment of seeing this peacefulness, which tiny bit reminds me of your streams as well, with the sea and the soil in great collaboration. And then so this is a road. I mean, most villages here are ecological. Well, that's true, Andrew. No, but the eco village, that means complete sustainability, you know, going a full circle when it comes. And it's kind of, in most cases, they're also a bit communal living. Is it communal, or how do you no, co-op, sorry, it's more like a co-op. It's not more it's more like and then the building is fully buildings of the eco villages should be completely ecologically adopted in terms of the material used, natural. Now I am not an expert to list all of the things that define the eco village, but then also the production. So there is a lot of fine horn. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds familiar though as well. Gregory, welcome. Exactly. Hello world, all the way from Montenegro. And Gregory joining us from Belgium. Wonderful. We have such an internationalness in here. Yeah, so maybe I know that in Ireland they have some, but then also a lot of these projects, like there's a lot of enthusiasm, and then it fails at the commercial. Our world is still sadly a bit too much on the commercial side. Anyway, I'm looking forward to sharing with you just in a moment such a beautiful shade of the Adriatic. As you can see, it's the overcast all around, a bit of chaos now on this side of the walk. But by the way, this walk used to be a train. So the train was going through in here many years ago. And then thanks to the train, we have a nice walk by the sea. I wonder how is the signal. I'll try to go down here if it's possible, because I'm really invited by this watercolor. I don't know if it's getting through. How is the signal though? And also we are nearby this tunnel. Fine over there. Yeah, it's I mean, it's fairly warm as well. And those plants are also quite mysterious. Oops, almost. The light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so let's go down in here. Oh, wow. It's just to see these shades. Whenever I'm in Herceg-Novi, I have such an inspiration for painting. It's something to do with these colors. I think also the sea, that's actually the open sea now. We are still in the Boca Bay, but we can see a closer connection. And that's a strange, it's an interesting color. Oh, breaking up. Oh, thanks, Andrew. Okay, so it must be that. That's at fault. That's sabotaging us, this mountain. And then we have the figure in there from the communist time. Wow, I just wonder which one of these am I going to take. I like taking stones, and then sometimes I end up with the with the bag full of stones, and then I keep carrying it for a long time until I discover that I've been taking all of these stones. Okay, I think about 3 or 4 stones is enough. Okay, let me just see if I can put them. How is the signal now? I just went a bit away from the little mountain, and anyway, we are going to be having to walk through the tunnel. Wow, this is such a neat. Yeah, I want to touch the water. Wow. Uh, okay, how far can I go without being? Let's wait for the wave. Oh, it's not that cold. Stone collector, exactly. Signal fine. Oh, excellent. Now it might also degrade a little bit because I'm going to. There is this stone. I definitely am taking a stone thief. Actually, that's not allowed on the Acropolis. I remember when I was in Greece, and they absolutely forbid that. Imagine if all of the tourists took the piece of that. And if you think about it, actually, when it comes to taking the piece of history, it's anyway material, but it's the what it represents, a bit like with art. Now the acoustics will be great, but the signal will be desperate. And I'm going fast through this. Um, so let's go quickly through here. And of course, it's leaking from above, which means there's not a lot of accumulation of water. Did we survive the tunnel? Look at the powerful, super powerful cactus and the other ones above saying, "Don't touch me, just look at me." It's amazing how still it's so green in here, because this is it's very open to, it's a kind of a different microclimate compared to the place where I am, even though I'm just some 20 kilometers from here. So this is also very beautiful. Wow, that turquoise color is behind that sub indeed, isn't it? Let's just see if I can climb over without falling, of course. Huh, someone is also doing a bit of graffiti there. Interesting. Now, is there a path in here? Let's try to get over this. Yeah, I know the tree is hanging over the. I don't think this is a. Yeah, it's a little bit not very visitors. Maybe it's somewhere else to get to the other side. Hold on a second. Can I get over here? Probably not. And anyway, I don't know what it is there. Yeah, I don't want to risk it anyway. Okay, so let's just take a walk. Can I go to the waterfront? Yeah, it's pity about all of this concrete, but what can we do? There's a lilac restaurant empty. And so that's already another, I want to say village, but it's actually a town. You see with all of those tallish buildings. Some of them dates back to the brutalist era. And as you can see, based on the tourism, I think now it's a quiet few months, and then it's going to be usually from May or June, something like that. It starts activating, but unfortunately, it's kind of the concept is more for the mass tourism, which is damaging such a tiny country. If it was more in direction of something, I don't know, more interesting, more focused on maybe digital nomads, people that spend more time, retirees. I think it would be a bit more apt for the country that is just 500,000 population, a little bit over 500,000 population. 600,000. So now I'm actually recording every step, and when I get home, I'm um, going to be painting that line. Then I'll be inviting people also to share their lines with us, because we all make our lines in life. There's a bit of street. So this now typical, I think, Dalmatian songs. Typical Dalmatian. Very quiet, very kind of peaceful, and always talking about love. And yeah, also about tourism in here last, I think, summer. It was fairly good. There was a lot of people in terms of numbers. Now, how it's doing in terms of the long term, well, it's a little bit. Also, I think it's all about the numbers in terms of the offer as well, because one has to inspire the other a lot lately. Yeah, thank you so much, Greg. Yeah, I was really busy with the mundane, some renovation, some other stuff, and working on different projects, and just didn't have time. And then I wasn't even touching the piano. Piano has been more like just yesterday I managed to do some stream, which I was super happy about. And then Victor J, hello, welcome. Thanks for joining this beautiful moment of exploration. So this is going to be actually a short stream, because I need to do some shopping. You know, it's the frenzy before the holidays. And in here, the holidays actually starting the beginning of 1st of January until about the 7th, when the Orthodox Christmas happens. Now look at that shade of color. Beautiful, isn't it? And the open sea with all of the metallics. All right, exactly. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's the time is such an enemy to everybody, isn't it, nowadays? It's always, we feel like we are, it just flies so fast. And then I even read the conspiracy, or heard the conspiracy theory, how the time is getting faster and faster. But actually, if you say that to any growing person, they'll agree with you, because the time is only slow when we have children. Celebrate? Yes, absolutely. I celebrate the holidays. So, yeah. Although I'm not particularly religious, but I appreciate all of the religions. And it's very interesting for me, all of the symbolism as well, the Christianity and everything. Exactly. Time is the enemy of soul. If we could just freeze the time, just imagine how it would feel like, you know, that this time is actually not ticking. And we actually could if we flew to space. Then it would be ticking differently in a biological sense. It's fascinating, isn't it? If we now flew to somewhere in space, somehow teleported ourselves. Wow. Look at that. For children, all sorts of games. Yeah, it's pity that they have sanctioned. Yeah, imagine like we'd only occasionally come to Earth. If we were living somewhere in a spaceship that doesn't have the time ticking, so that we are not aging, and then we just occasionally visit Earth to see, you know, the favorite places, and then back there for non-aging. But it's also a terrifying thing, because nothing changes, right? JJ's, hello, great to see you all the way from Beirut. Wonderful. So I will have to be finishing this soon because I want to do some. I need to find the inheritor of the shoes I'm wearing right now with another one that looks almost exactly the same as the one that I have on. And so we are approaching actually those big stores where I might find something. I don't know. Ian, yes, I think I followed you yesterday. Um, exactly. No, nothing changes. And then, like, we would suffocate in that changeness less, right? Changelessness, in the stillness of a moment. Like, it's very fascinating. Now you can see the Cyclops. That's how I like to call those tall buildings that are the result. But it's also interesting, like, it's the result of a different era that this place went through. Wow, it's really warm in here, actually much warmer than where I'm. So I have to be removing my jacket and everything. Look, the colors. Very, very nice. And there is a dog, all fluffy. Fluff. And I wanted to say on the shoes. It's a very special item here. Yeah. Browsette, thank you for subscribing. Omega. Alpha and Omega. The last of the letter. So let's see. Now, where should I be going? Yeah, look at that light over there. There is also ocean. I know it. It's amazing, isn't it? Fascinating. So we are now in Montenegro. We just crossed from one town to another. I actually have to remove this because it's so warm. I need to remove the winter jacket off. God, how can it be so warm? Um, this will be, and we are just next to the Igalo. That's Igalo. It's actually right. Okay, great. Azrael, great. Nicholas, oh yes, we were connected on Twitter. Oh, sorry, yeah, on Twitter. Uh, okay, I think I'll have to be finishing this in here because I can't remove my jacket with just one hand. It's absolutely amazing, isn't it? So I'm going to be taking some photos now and then maybe stream my walking back because, like, look at that crystallinity of the water. It always fascinates me. The water and the fire captured by the water in the reflection. It's amazing, isn't it? So, anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I'll see everybody. Hold on a second, maybe I'll. How is it? Yes. Flip camera. And by the way, how is the sound? I wonder. How is the sound? Because yesterday I was getting some not the best feedback. Thank you so much, Jess. And you too have a great time. So I'll see everybody maybe later today. I'll see, depends on several aspects. And so thank you so much. Have a great time, everyone.